Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video, and today I'm taking a look at the brand new Torchwood series of comic books, which is a 5-part mini-series by Titan Comics, the same people who do the Doctor Who ones. Oddly enough, I don't know why, but the barcode is not the other way around. But yeah, I really adore the cover. The cover is very cool. You know, you got all these jeeps, and you got this sort of really dynamic action pose from Captain Jack with this awesome gun, and then Gwen there with a pistol, very sort of James Bond-esque. You know, you've got the helicopter, the iconic helicopter-like shot of a James Bond-like type thing, and you've got Torchwood. Very bold, sort of nice Torchwood-like text, really, the one you expect, and an advertisement for Torchwood on the back, as usual. They advertise stuff. They're advertising some more stuff here. The other covers you could get of sorts here. So. The only other cover I really like is probably that one, but even then, I feel like a lot of that one and that one are very much lying or misleading in the sense that that has weevils, so you might think the story has weevils in when it doesn't even. And then this one, well, this one makes out like they're in Cardiff where the hub is, or the old hub is, and that. And I just don't like that one. And then there's also a advertisement for Sherlock the manga as well. You've got what's on sale this month from Titan Comics and that. And then the other covers of the next issue. This one looks badass. I quite like that one. And then there's this one too. That's out next month. And then you've got this really long bio about what happened previously, which still didn't really clarify for me what happened previously, and I think that in and amongst itself is the biggest problem with this comic book issue. It very much throws so much information at you, and I feel like I'm not sure if Torchwood's ever been in a comic book series before, but I feel like they are very clearly not very clear where to take this, or very clear on how to do Torchwood in a comic book. I mean, don't get me wrong, this shot here, this sort of panel here even, is masterful, you know, is a masterpiece of sorts, you know, I really adore it, you know, and it's iconic looking, you know, or looks iconic, and that, it's just, I feel like they throw way too much information at you, and I don't know why, but this person has the seal of Rassilon on the back. I have no idea why. Maybe that's the thing, and there's also a seal of Rassilon there. Maybe that's just a random Easter egg, I have no idea, but what I mean is, like, randomly, yeah, we're here fighting these alien things, and then next minute, boom, we're somewhere else, we're, you know, in Cardiff, or in Wales, near this beach thing, and then, boom, next thing, we're, you know, on this boat with these people who we don't know before, or we've not known before. I think the idea is that it says somewhere here in this general vicinity of the comic book where it says something whereabouts this is set in the Torchwood timeline, and to my knowledge and to my understanding, my very limited and very bad understanding clearly, I think this is set just after Miracle Day, because I'm assuming because there's only Jack and Gwen left, but they seem to have just left those other people who were in Miracle Day for one reason or another. I have no idea why and stuff, and you know, it just throws you in the deep end really in that sense. And that, I mean, you've still got obviously your Titan Comic website, Twitter, Facebook and all that, and you know, a message saying if you have any feedback, you can contact them at, you know, this website, which is always good, and I might actually do that one day. But yeah, it really bothers me, because every other Doctor Who one they've done so far has been top notch, you know, 10 out of 10, well, not 10 out of 10, but, you know, has been very good for the most part, you know, with the, you know, the countless Doctors they've done. And here, don't get me wrong, the characterization of Captain Jack is very good, you know, even if he's not in it actually that much. I think, you know, it's good. I mean, for example, then after the boat, we go from Captain Jack there. We go from that to, as I say, the beach place. Then we go to this boat. Then we go to this other thing, and that, like, none of it it doesn't feel like it's staying in one place. And then there's this random thing, and it just keeps going on, and just randomly, it just kept going on, and just randomly stopped. You know, it just went and just randomly stopped. It was annoying because there was no, build up, and then something happened, and then a cliffhanger, and then it sort of casually just stopped like you would expect or anything. It just randomly started throwing in so many things, about this boat, about this person who used to live in this Torchwood Scottish Highlands. What's that got to do with anything? And then there's Captain John Hark, this and that, randomly there. And again, how can I care about all this when I don't know why this is being thrown together? There's no real context is what I'm trying to get at. There's no real context. Like, for example, how did Jack get out of this situation? He just randomly kind of ends up on this boat all of a sudden, and I'm just supposed to expect that, or just to be fine with that and go with it. I do like this little panel here, very nice, and they've kept that. And the art is very good. I just think the story's very weak, which is a shame, because I don't know why, but I just expected more. But again, it looks beautiful, and the characterization of Gwen and Reese is to a T, to a T. I can imagine both the actors actually saying and doing the things that they say and do in this. But it's like, this guy, who the hell is this guy? I don't know who this guy is, but he's apparently part of the Torchwood team now. Cool. And I should care why. If he dies, I will not care, unless they've actually done some characterization. But it's already 1 down out of 5. You've got 4 more potential chances to characterize him, and God knows however many Torchwood team members there are. Because again, they do, I think, say how many there are, but they all just sounded really ridiculous and kind of silly and dumb, and then you randomly get this thing, and it just went all over the place. I mean, again, very cool action scenes or action panels and stuff happening. So it's definitely action orientated, but it just, the pacing, I appreciate that the pacing of Torchwood was always rather fast paced and a bit, intense and action packed, fast paced, intense, dramatic, fast paced, and dramatic, and that, drama. But you can always, take a step back and try and just focus on one of those things, or just tone it down, because again, it just felt like I was just skim reading this, going from one place to one place, not actually feeling like I was definitely grounded to one definite character or place already. And I appreciate it's probably to set up the rest of the other comics, but the thing is, if I don't care about the characters, or if I don't understand what's happened here, how can you build on that? It's not a good foundation, so how can you build on that very unstable foundation, or what I regard as a very unstable foundation? Hopefully other people liked it, and I'm not, going out of my way to bash on this. The art is good. I do like Captain Jack in this, I like Gwen and Reese in this, there are quite a few bits and pieces that I do like. These bits, the action is there and is adequate, or more than adequate, and stuff. It's just this new random Torchwood team. Why are they there, and why is the hub not here? And why do this riskiness with randomly having the boat? This boat thing, which I think's the hub now. All of a sudden, it just doesn't make any sense to me. They've changed a lot of what Torchwood was, which would be fine if Torchwood had only, finished a few months ago, but it hadn't, or it hasn't. It finished quite some time ago, and so to then bring out this, which is brilliant, I adore the idea of them bringing it back in any form. It's just, you would think that they'd do as much to refresh everyone's minds and to make it as easy and as accessible to everyone as possible, I think, to be honest, the way this was done, it'd probably be better if you didn't know what Torchwood was and just randomly picked this up, because at least then you don't have the idea of, or the idea of thinking, oh, well, why isn't this set in Cardiff? Why isn't the hub normally there and that? And where is this set in the timeline and things along that line? You won't have all that backlog of queries and questions and things, you'll just go in blindsided, which is probably the best way about going this. But for those of us who can't do that because we know of the show, this is going to be more difficult and more challenging. Hopefully they can, do a better job with issue 2. So yeah, thanks for watching, comment, rate and subscribe.